Like we always do on a Monday morning. Kenny Holt, my man, how you doing?
You know one, Randy? I go for mine. I got to shine. I gotta wipe the cold out my eye because it is early.
It's early, but if you were just watching
It's
Monday,
early, but we got heat, and
it's
I'm
a
talking
lot. It's a
about,
lot of shit going on, brother.
bro.
If you're just watching Monday Night Raw, that ending was very unexpected.
What? You have
Because
no
me and
idea.
you were just in the queue backstage getting ready, and I'm like, it's about to go off. We're gonna go on, and I just said, "Oh shit!" And you're like, "What happened? What happened?" I said, "Yo, Breaker just speared fucking Seth."
I had to
Then
turn that back on.
and then he bro, he turned to Bronson Reed with your fam. Make your choice, me or him. Bronson Reed put the tsunami on Seth, like hold that. And then they looked at Paul Heyman, yo, what you want to do, fam? And then Paul raised the hands of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Listen, we had a different show today, but we got to start with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed turning on Seth Rollins, who just won the Crown Jewel Championship on Saturday, defeating Cody Rhodes. He kept talking about I did not need anybody in the early promo this morning. I did everything on my own. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. It's all on me. So throughout the night, I kept seeing Braun Breaker's face, like, hold up, yo, bro, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Like, you damn near need us every week. Also, Bronson Reed beat Roman at Crown Jewel, so it was a nice weekend for Division. They got the little video on the walk in. I'm like, oh, okay, it's forming to be a dominant faction. Not from 5 minutes ago. So I don't know what's going on. Your take on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman turning on Seth Rollins.
I gotta say, Randy,
You're still shocked.
this is one of those moments because it's like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
in just like disbelief, like. Cause it went on credit. I was like, all right, we about to do the show. You still had the show up. I just exit out off of Netflix, get ready to log in. And then I just hear you just say, oh shit. I'm like, what happened? He's like, Bronson Reed just speared Braun Breaker. I said, did what? I'm like, you playing with me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I hear you in the background. I hear the TV. I'm like, oh, I turned it back on. I'm on that. And I turned it back on Twitter. I'm like, yo.
It's crazy,
And
right?
then Breaker with the tsunami.
Yeah.
And then Paul with the put the hand up. Yo, didn't we just say this like a week or so ago, bro? This is a wrestling moment. Meaning, if
Mm-hmm.
you didn't watch it, you heard about it in school.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be there to see it.
To
This
believe it. To believe
to
it. Yeah.
believe it, to hear about it. This was a boomerang. This is how can you say this is throwing legit. This is how you throw this is how you throw a complete boomerang. You throw a
Mm-hmm.
complete 180. You throw a whole napalm bomb in. You throw napalm into the dynamite. This is how you
Mm-hmm.
blow shit up.
So my thing is this. I'm trying to. Okay, we're gonna peel the layers.
All right, we got layers to this onion.
All right. Prior to that, CM Punk just wanted a triple threat match to become the new number one contender against Seth Rollins. I think they're gonna aim for Saturday main event, November 1st. So let's say Seth and Punk for the world title.
Okay.
Now you break up. It seems like the breakup of the Vision,
Right.
who've been together since WrestleMania, so not even a full year.
Survivors. Okay. Well, it's
No,
WrestleMania.
the day after WrestleMania, that's when Braun got involved, and
True.
then a little
True.
bit after
True.
that, I mean, Paul Heyman WrestleMania, then Braun, and then Bronson Reed.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I thought Becky was involved too, but maybe not. So now it's like, why do the turn now? That's the big question going into next week. Why turn them now? And then the crowd cheering. So it's not like they turn on Seth and then they got booed. They got cheered from the arena. So the fans were happy that they turned on Seth. But I'm trying to figure out why would they do it now? Because you got War Games coming up in about a month and a half. You got Seth's world title match against CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
They just laid out Uso and LA Knight in the process.
Right.
So now they're like, yo, fuck all this shit. We gonna own. We're gonna
We
take
throwing
ourselves because your man over there thinks he don't need us, but when he does.
we throwing out all jokers, all deuces, no wild, man. If anything, this is just I would call this from tonight from Monday Night Raw clear, unadulterated chaos. And guess what? As a Joker said, I'm an agent of chaos. And guess what? One thing about chaos, Randy, it's all fair. So this is fair game. And this right now is just, this is where to say, like, all right, we're going to drop chaos in the middle of this and we're going to see what comes out in the middle of this. I think that with this is going to show everyone's waiting for Bronson and Bron to possibly go on their own destruction. We thought eventually they was going to constantly increase with division and, get the tag team titles, growth. We thought there was going to be some sort of evolution. But as we see, the tide will turn. Chaos has imploded. And right now, we're seeing Braun Breaker just big dog tweaking, the Aussie tribal thief awaken. And guess what? Now Seth is a vision with himself. His vision is only limited within his eye socket. And now he doesn't have others to lead him. So he's his own revolutionary.
So let's say that this is a complete 1000% breakup.
Yeah.
This ain't like, no, we tweaked out last week, this week. We're gonna make up next week. We bugged out, we apologize. Let's say it's a complete meltdown, destruction of the faction.
Okay.
Do they do that because they felt that both Bronson and Bron were being held back to a degree? Did the faction not work? I'm still trying to decipher why pull the trigger now. We're not near Mania. We're not near the Royal Rumble. We're in October, bro. Like,
I mean, I could see that when Seth came in after the Bronze had destroyed the Usos, and Seth was basically laying out everything, like his review in his next plot that's going to upcome in the next 6 months. So he's saying that he's proud of the Bronze. He's proud of what they're doing. He's looking back at the last 6 months. Now he's aiming to see for the next 6 months in the future. So it had to be something with Seth's organizing or detailing his plan, how he was constructing it. Possibly it had to be something that the Bronze were not configuring or wanting to adjust to, or they didn't like the layout of it. They was more so like, a lot of the
were they held back?
A lot of the victories, a lot of everything, we mostly helped you. We've given to you after Mania, after some, SummerSlam, everything regarding keeping the vision, we have given to you. We've been cleaning up your loose ends. We've cleaned up Roman. We clean up Punk, clean up Jay, and everyone else in between. And guess what? 6 months here, we've been winning, but guess what? I feel like we deserve more. We have yet to shown for that.
Or more credit, because your man Seth kept saying, I didn't need anybody. So they probably felt a certain way, like,
yeah, you don't need nobody. But what did we? I'm like, you need us more than we need you. And guess what? Now, if you're saying I'm the future of this franchise, as in Braun Breaker, then you know what? I can go out and go get it. Who's going to stop? What's stopping me from doing it? I did it to Roman. I did it to Jay. I can do it to whoever. What makes you say I could do it to you as well? So now this all turns in as Punk and Rollins goes for their 30,000 feud. So we thought that was gonna like transpire into that, but now we have a disadvantage with this one too.
Yeah. Um, I'm still trying to find a. I'm still trying to process everything.
What's your outtake on this, Randy?
I'm just trying to think. How do you in the context of kayfabe? How do you, if it's not a full breakup, how do you come back next week on Raw? Like, does Seth call them out? Do they hug it out? Do they just feel like, yo, we bugged out? We didn't appreciate you telling the world that you did this all by yourself. But now it's like a warning. Like, bro, don't fuck with us, because the more you're gonna take credit for everything without giving us our shine, we're gonna turn on you. That would just, hey, wake up. Like, nobody does anything by themselves. And you ain't that guy. You ain't perfect. So without us, there is no vision. So today was a wake up call. So going forward, put some more respect on our names. They could go that way, or if you go a full fledged breakup, it's like now they come back to America next week. The crowd in Australia will pop crazy for that. But now when you come back to America, is the same. Are you going to get the same reaction for Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker for turning on Seth Rollins? Like, it's very rare you see a turn and the crowd cheers for that, and it's just like, it was a shocking moment. But now it's like, now cliffhanger. I gotta tune in next week to see what happens. Does Seth forgive Braun and Bronson?
Oof.
I mean, now you got Paul Heyman involved too. Like, yo, we all out of here. It's just a little dissension, a little tension within the group. Can it get things back together? I don't know.
Hey, let me ask you: if you was to take a spear and you're the leader, you're the champion of the group, Randy, you just won the crown jewel championship, and you still the champion. How would you feel if one of your followers, one of your the Legion's people in division,
the first dude I brought onto my roster was Braun Breaker. The first
How would
dude.
would you be like, oh, we can forgive and forget? No, F that. I'm like, yo, you gonna spare me? I brought you in. I'm trying to build you up, and this is what you do to me. I see the future in you. I saw what was going to become of you. You took down everybody that I faced. You've been doing it. I've been giving you this much praise, and this is how you repay me. Get at it. Like, F you. Take your dog paddle, take your doggy bowl, take your doggy bag, and get the fucking stepping. If I was Seth, I would say that.
That's a promo. That's a promo. But if I'm Braun Breaker, I'll tell him you took me for granted. You didn't appreciate us.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No, because you assumed that every time you had a match, we would come down and save you. But now you're talking all that shit, saying you ain't need us. I bet, fam. Let's see what happens going forward without us. Okay. So now that's the challenge. That could be the story. If they don't make up, that could be the story. What is Seth Rollins' vision without his people?
All right, that's from Braun Breaker. How about this from Reed? I'm Reed. Well, guess what? I'm the tribal thief. I am the official tribal chief. I've been cleaning up Roman's mess. I've been cleaning up Roman more than you have ever did. I've taken him down not once, probably twice. And every occasion, he hasn't been able to walk. And guess what? Guess what? You think I'm afraid of you? Buddy, I'm the one that sidelined you for a portion of your career. The only thing that kept me out was from my own misunderstandings. I didn't need you. You needed me because I'm the one that took you out. So what's stopping me from taking you out, Rollins? What's stopping me from taking you out?
And that's what I'm saying. All of this could be putting Seth on notice. Like, bro, don't look at us as we're beneath you. Like, we're equals now. We all can take each other out. Braun Breaker, 2-time Intercontinental Champion. He's the future of the company. Bronson Reed, future of the company. You know, I just beat Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, right? Seth Rollins still had to beat Cody Rhodes with the watch, the ring, whatever. Cheated his way to a W.
Right,
Like,
right, right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I
I
this shit's
know. We just like we still in
it's
confusion
10:50 in the morning, and we
in the
watching this
morning.
in the morning. That's right. So we ain't doing this shit again tonight. But
We
noob. Paul Heyman found his guys in Braun and Bronson Reed. They're definitely proving that they are a threat without Seth Rollins.
I agree, noob. I agree.
And I agree, because now I think they could play it off like they're putting Seth on notice. Like
we needed
we
you
got
needed us.
we all need each other.
But do you think they'll come back after this whole?
I mean, Seth could find a way. Like,
but what type of champion will that make Seth if he brings him back after showing this treason?
Treason.
What type of champion would you be? You think Hunter
you be the champ that realizes that I fucked up. I can admit I was wrong. I took you guys for granted, and I'm the one at fault. You guys had every right to do that to me because of my actions, what I was saying. I got cocky. I kept saying I'm on top of the world. It's I. Now you put that vision to me, like, damn, it's not about you. It's about the whole collective. And now could you see, all right, Bronson, Breaker, yo, we good. Are we good? You got me last week. Are we good? Can we move on?
No.
Okay.
Because as a champion, as Seth as the champion.
Because how does Seth get Braun and Bronson Reed back?
He doesn't. I don't think he does.
Let it go.
I think for this point, look, let me tell you right now, you get demolished, you get mollywopped, you get sunned by the two people you brought in to your faction, and you like, yo, guys, you know what? It was my fault. Bro, you the top dog of the company. Seth Rollins, you the top dog. You're the ace boom. You have the keys. You took down Cody Rhodes. You've been the winningest champion. You cashed in. You're the main guy. You're the top dog. And then you're going to bow down and say, oh, you know what? I know I was an arrogant champion. I'm a tone it down. I'm going to tone it down. Y'all can come back because I don't see nothing with you. No, you think, let me tell you right now, if a dog bite, what is it? They say, all saying goes, the dog that bites the hand is the owner. Does that dog now fear its owner, or does the owner fear the dog?
The owner fears the dog.
I tell you right now, if Seth brings those two back, Seth is going to look like the weakest champion.
Really?
As in he's already established himself when he took the title from CM Punk as the top dog champion.
Okay, now, I got an example. When Roman attacked Paul Heyman in the Bloodline, and then Paul Heyman came back.
Yeah,
we never said, "Oh, that made Paul look so soft." He's crawling back to the Bloodline. Like he went back, and nobody blinked an eye.
Paul, respectfully, Paul's not the champion. Roman was the champion. And let me tell you right now, I know I'm going off the rails. I never saw, if the Usos attacked Roman was like, hey, y'all can come back. Roman said, F that. I never saw when DX
he still had Solo. He still had somebody there. Seth got nobody now. He got Becky. That's it.
I never saw when Batista, Randy Orton, I know he kicked him out, but like when they attacked Triple H tried to bring them back a crawl. I know he had Nate, but no. Mm-hmm. I saw when Hunter even had DX. And then when they all played against each other, he took out Pac, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn. He said, yo, we going to come back. I mean, eventually it did, but once they disbanded, I never saw Hunter crawl to bring them back. All the champions, all the great champions, once they got turned on by their group, they never went back because guess what? I'm the top guy. I got to hold out. I got to establish myself to be this because guess what? I'm the king of the company. And believe it or not, everybody wants to be king. And if you're a king, you don't bend to pawns. You let the pawns fall to you. That's one thing. If I'm Seth,
that's a
I
bar.
don't. If I'm Seth right now, yeah, my vision turned on me. My bishops turned on me. My knights are gone. The king stays until the battle is over. Either I'm gonna conquer, I'm gonna die on my shield and die with the sword in my hand. If I'm Seth, die with the sword in your hand.
So I would say two things. One, in reality, you have to think about, again, if you're watching us live on X and YouTube, any questions, comments, feedback regarding Raw this morning, and I guess the breakup of the vision, hit us up in the chat. We'll get you on.
Yeah.
In reality, you got to think about, is this an audible because maybe Seth got hurt at Crown Jewel? Like legit. Remember he kept saying with the shoulder and like he kept looking a little funky and clunky, like
Okay.
kind of protective. Like what if Seth is legit hurt, right? And they gotta like write him off TV for a little bit and whatever the case before the CM Punk match. Now what do you do for the World Heavyweight Championship match? Does Punk win it off Seth? Then like what do you do at War Games? Like why break up the vision when you have War Games coming down the pipeline? So that's what I'm saying. Either A, they find a resolution, they come back stronger, or Seth is somewhat legit hurt from the match against Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel. And maybe they gotta take the strap off of him. I don't want to think like that, but
I don't want to. It's too soon, and Seth is a good champion, man.
Oh yeah, of course, but
yeah, you gotta
to protect him. Oh, the reason why he blah 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 is because the vision took him out. So if he happens to lose against CM Punk is the World Heavyweight Champion. Seth's gonna be out, whatever. But then like
the comeback, he goes against the vision.
But that'll make Seth a good guy, though. I think
it. He comes back to the vision, but it depends on which angle do you do. Do you make him go against the vision? Yeah, he'll be the face, or does he gather what he once has against Punk, establish that, and goes back? But
I think the Punk and Seth ends at this match for the time being. I think it'll stop right there.
So
they both go their separate ways because you can't go back and forth. Either Punk is going to walk out the champion, or the Seth is going to go and beef with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. But I bring up again, what the fuck do you do at War Games in a month and a half? You can't put them back together and like. I'm that's why part of me thinks I want to hope Seth is not hurt. Two, this could be like a little friction because Seth is popping all that shit, but now they come back stronger than ever, and maybe add some people because you can't. If there's no vision, then why have any War Games match?
Question, Randy: do you think that if this turn in the wrestling multiverse happens on this stem, do you think possibly that you now give the run to Braun Breaker as a singles competitor, or do you let the Bronze go for the tag titles?
Well, speaking of that, we have a bunch of title matches next week on Raw.
I think they heard. I think they heard you.
They've been hearing.
They've been hearing.
Shout out to y'all. Your Judgment Day people. They wanted. They defended it one time. That was it. But now they get AJ and Dragon Lee, which I know they won't win. I think Bronson Reed and Breaker should be the tag champions at some point.
And that
very soon.
Yes, sir.
You also have the Intercontinental Championship on both women and men's side on Raw next week. Becky against Maxine Dupree.
Oh,
and then Dom against Rusev one more time
again.
again, and then if I'm not so 3, yeah, tag titles, 2 Intercontinental Championship matches next week on Raw. So now you're having actual title being defended on these shows. So
Right.
it'll make you think, would they turn? Would they have somebody win the titles or whatnot? But should be a very interesting Raw coming back to America next week. But yeah, to your question, I think Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker should be the tag champions, which they could also do and still come back to the roster, the division. Like, oh, I'm world champ. I got the tag champions. I got the Intercontinental Women's Champion Becky Lynch. We had a big misunderstanding. I
I don't think
apologize,
so.
but
I would not. If I'm champion, I'm not apologizing to the help.
new beginning MFTs and the Wyatts in War Games.
That was SmackDown. Yeah, I could see that happening. Because Tama Tonga,
He came back.
he's back.
Yeah, he's back. Rusev is going to destroy Dominic. They're not.
This is like
Dominic
a
is not losing the title.
this is
Not
like a
to
good game of
Rusev.
cat. This is like a good game of cat and mouse, which I'm loving it because it's just showing Dom's being creative by enhancing his inner Eddie Guerrero. So it's really good. I still think that Dom is still going to uphold because he's still so over. I think he keeps the title all the way up to. I'm gonna draw out a curveball. He's gonna keep it all the way up to after Mania. I think Dom's gonna keep the IC title till after Mania.
Think so.
That's how good he is. I don't care if he won it at Mania, but he's gonna uphold it because I think Dom's gonna probably be on that top 5 of the longest Intercontinental title reigns. And he's going to classify himself as one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time, especially with his what he's doing, and that's just going to elevate him more up in the future to go for the much heavier titles.
So I know they're promoting heavy Survivor Series in San Diego.
Hometown, that's his hometown.
Of Dominic. So I think he's going to walk into Survivor Series as Intercontinental Champion. It's
And
a matter of
Lee-
like against who. So obviously, we've been saying it for months. John Cena could be in the running for that Dominic Mysterio match. Could it be at Survivor Series, which is the end of November? There's still 2 more Monday Night Raws for John, and then it's Saturday main event in December, which I think leans as of right now towards Gunther.
Ooh.
So I think Dom wins on Raw. I think the Judgment Day still retains, and I think Braun they gotta get the tag titles. Like, would you rather have them against the Judgment Day to completely wipe them out, or against AJ and Dragon Lee? I think it's Judgment Day against Bronson and
I think
and Breaker.
I still think they're gonna do some type of gauntlet match, some type of tag team gauntlet. They're gonna bring all the tag team divisions on Raw, and they're gonna do some type of for the tag titles where I think the Brons are gonna win it. I mean, if you give it to AJ and Dragon Lee, that's gonna be a short reign because then the Bronsons are going to take it. But I'm thinking like they're gonna do some type of gauntlet type of match. It'll be a big surprise if they lose it to AJ and Dragon Lee on next week in Sacramento. So that will be a big one. And then that's what happens.
Noob, the Asuka and Io story is becoming more and more interesting, especially the way Asuka slapped Kairi Sane. I know that everyone is hoping for her to turn on Asuka. Yeah, I think that's being one of the better storylines on the show, whether Raw or SmackDown, layer after layer, week after week. I think it's doing a pretty good job of that.
I think so too.
That story. A lot of emotions. Is Kairi torn between Asuka and her friend Io? Io and Asuka, got their own beef. You got Rhea Ripley in the mix.
How soon we gonna get Asuka and Io in a singles competition?
Probably Saturday main event.
I think we're gonna get that. That's gonna be pretty interesting. And
And
further,
you know what I thought about too?
what's up?
So Becky has the IC title match against Maxine Dupree on Raw next week, right?
Last week was heat. Shout out to Maxine Dupree.
Um, so that then I know Punk is Seth coming up soon, but I know AJ Lee has to come back at some point in time to challenge Becky Lynch. So I assume Becky will win on Raw. Do we get
And
the
then,
return of AJ Lee?
yeah, it's been
And
like
could there be a world where like the vision totally crumbles, where Seth is now champ? I'm sorry, CM Punk is now champion, but then AJ Lee takes the strap off of Becky Lynch. So now Punk is the world heavyweight champion. AJ Lee is the Intercontinental champion, and your whole vision is completely wiped out.
I think the vision is already gone. The vision is already is gone. The Bron's about himself. Seth is now his own revolution, revenge and revolution by himself. I think that the vision been broken up after what we just saw earlier. But Becky, I think Becky's gonna still hold the strap if she faces Maxine. And with
True.
your point and AJ Lee, I think Becky's still gonna hold the strap. Becky's still gonna hold the strap, even if
Right.
even still a singles uh match against AJ Lee when they have their own one-on-one match.
So you think
Becky's
AJ does not take the title off of Becky
mm-mm.
right away?
No, Becky's still going to uphold that title as well. Becky's still strong to hold
Mm.
that. She's very good. I still think they're going to uphold that as well.
Um, I see
Did
more noob comments in the. Give me 1 second. Um, with the women's war games match, I believe that Julia might join Asuka and Kyrie Sane
Mm,
in line. I believe that Kyrie might turn on Asuka and challenge Julia for the women's United States title.
mm.
I mean,
Well, that's
I mean
leaving shows.
they can do some things. It's just a
Leaving
matter
shows.
of from a fan perspective. I know you got to go in the next 10 minutes, but we've been seeing a lot of little changes here and there to both Raw and SmackDown from the production standpoint. The story, I did not see SmackDown in its entirety on
Yeah,
Friday, but I heard I saw it like on Twitter,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
really good. Some old
Really
theme
good.
songs came back.
Yep.
The Aleister Black Damian Priest main event was
Oh
really
my
good.
God, Zelina. What are your thoughts
Um,
on Zelina
I didn't.
siding with?
I got to go back and see it, and I could tell you, but from what I saw, I'm like, oh shit, it's about time they put Zelina
Yeah.
and
So
Aleister Black together.
I was gonna say, like, now we're seeing more of, like, if anyone don't know, they really are married.
Yeah.
Aleister Black and Zelina, and Seth and Becky are married. What do you
Mhm.
see now that we're seeing more like
The couples.
the couples
Hey,
actually
it's Punk and
showcasing
AJ.
their show? Punk and AJ, we see the couples really showcasing and joining together to create some good storylines. How do you feel about that?
I think it's about time. Like, what's taking so long that you can't put Zelina and Aleister Black together, or Punk and AJ? We know that AJ wasn't around. Um, Seth and Becky. I like it. It adds a different element to what they're trying to portray. But I kept seeing a lot of praise for SmackDown on Friday. Um, you know, people were praising Priest. How he's like a crazy workhorse and a hard
He
worker and
is.
very
Shout out to
underrated.
shout out to the
I'll tap in
Bronx.
more. I'll tap in more with that probably Friday. But um, even today, like you start seeing, hey, we want to run where Raw was 4 matches, right?
Oh, they heard us.
The last two Raws were 5 now. Hey,
It was like, all right, here, damn. Don't say
um,
nothing.
Carl Johnson gave me, yeah, what the fuck just happened? Oh yeah,
You gotta ask, hey, Carl Johnson, you gotta ask Big Smoke or Ryder or Sweet for that one
yeah.
because, bro,
Bronson Reed and Bron was on that smoking Seth L pack, so they were just like, yo, fuck this guy. You know
smoking
what?
at
We had enough of this dude.
smoking at 10 o'clock in the morning. Woo,
Um,
well, over here.
Noob, I don't think Saturday main event will be too big to have Oscar and EO. So, okay, right now it will be Punk and Seth. There's no Cena involved, so we don't got to worry about him. So Punk and Seth,
Cena's gonna face somebody. We don't know who.
not that show.
A Saturday Night Main Event.
The one in November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one that's in Utah. You could put Oscar and EO.
In Utah, yeah.
Because if you hold off Oscar and EO,
it's gonna keep dragging. We already see
you're gonna
tag
drag
team
to
matches.
what?
You don't
You
want to
gotta
drag
get
that.
them in the Survivor Series War
Yeah.
Games
Yeah, they're gonna
before
have-
the one the Dana 101.
Yeah, they're gonna do the 1-on-1 at Saturday night in Utah, and then we're gonna see something probably at War Games.
Oh, also too, I forgot something. Maybe a Stephanie and Roxanne match coming up.
I think Stephanie, it might be because did you see Randy how like also too like Stephanie and Roxanne were looking, but also too we saw in the back Raquel was also looking
That's
as
right.
well.
Big mommy cool.
Big mommy cool. Rodriguez.
At first, I thought she was gonna be like, "Yo, what's up? Me and you, we gonna scrap." But then they circled back to the Roxanne story. Like, okay, let Roxanne and Stephanie go. Raquel is gonna get her shot down the road.
And if somewhere down the line, eventually, if this pans out in the Royal Rumble, we're gonna get the return of Miss Morgan.
That's right, and she will win the Rumble. I gotta see now.
Yes, sir.
This could change my pick for the men's Rumble if they put the strap on Punk at main event. Like, damn, who wins the Rumble now?
I still think it might can go to Punk. I think
if you were a betting man, CM Punk leaves that championship match against Seth Rollins. What's the percentage? Like, yo, 60-40, 50-50, 70-30.
My winner actually before this monkey wrench was thrown, I had LA Knight winning it, and he goes against Seth. And Seth would have won, but monkey wrench thrown.
Yeah.
Now with this, man, this is like a 30% probability, maybe 40% for Rollins, but I'm interested to see how this outcome is, especially when he tried like what happens next week with both the Brons. Like I said, you the champion. Don't go begging them back and say my bad. No, stand on your business. Stand on your 10 toes. I said it. I did it. And guess what? You did it. So what? Now, y'all going to find out who the ruler is. Rick the Ruler. Word is born.
Noob said maybe Sami Zayn is the winner of the Royal Rumble.
Sammy still, I think they still want to run with him with the mid titles.
But again, Sue, all right, Sammy wins. Okay, let's say Punk is your champion and Cody Rhodes is your champion.
Okay. Sammy wins.
Also, regarding main event, Noob, I think they said Drew McIntyre against Jacob Fatu on SmackDown. And the winner gets Cody Rhodes at Saturday main event. So you could listen if you get Drew and Cody.
Fatu, I think.
Yeah, but if you get Fatu and Cody, you kind of know Cody's going to win that match. But if you get Drew McIntyre again, now the possibility of a title change happening is like, okay, now this, because for what we read weeks ago for Palooza, they were angling for the strap to change to get Randy Orton involved. Like, this could be the time where Drew finally wins. But would they make Cody take a pin twice in a row?
I think we're going to get this. Now that you do this, Randy Orton, Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, fatal 4-way for the heavyweight title.
What, a main event?
You do it at main event, or you probably do it at
So that means Randy will have to get involved on Friday. There's no winner.
A fatal 4-way. You do that fatal 4-way, that will be
out that says, yo, all
that will be heat because they all want the title. Because all of them looking at Cody's title. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, but Randy been staring at that title for like this.
Yeah, and Fatu was looking at it. He just said it straight up. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, he said, when I'm done with this, I'm coming for you. And then Cody was like, I bet. Cool.
But we know Drew deserved the title after the last pay-per-view. So I think a fatal four-way is in the future.
Um, what else on Raw before we wrap up?
Hey,
This is more of a quicker show, y'all. So thank you to the 145 people who have chimed in um, on Twitter. Most importantly, please go to youtube.com
yes, sir.
/Cruise Control Podcast. Download, rates, comments, like. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We here every Monday, every Friday, every PLE, just about, depending on the schedules. But what else on Raw? So
We had
Rhea won the match against Kairi Sane.
we had Bailey Lyra versus the Judgment Day.
Yeah,
It's interesting to see now, like Lyra and Bailey are having this thing where Lyra is able to control Bailey with her on and off. Like she's able to deal with Bailey's turns, but I can see somewhere down the line this can help out and more for Bailey where she legit may snap and she'll go up against Lyra more so, they'll try to go for the Raw tag. Are there women's Raw tag team champions?
Charlotte and Alexa.
Oh, never mind. But
Yeah.
I thought they were Raw's tag team champions. But if anything, Bailey, Lyra, they may try to tag team circuit, but then next thing you know, we'll get the real Harvey Dent and the real
She had
Two-Face
one
with Bailey.
black boot, one white boot today.
So we seeing it. So it's there, but it's just
and Lyra
really
had to smack her to kind of like get your shit together, bro.
get the Two-Face out and the big bad Harv. But I can see that happening. I think it's something. This is like slowly cook, like a slow roast cook. So we just gotta wait for the meal to come out.
And also, real quick, again, they are paying attention because when they had the backstage segment with Dominic and AJ, and the Pierce said, "Yo, you and Rusev next week, IC title." So, yo, man, I'm the only champ that defends his title every week. Like, I'm the only working champion around here. Boom. Yeah, your buddies, the tag title guys. Oh, you know what?
They heard us.
They ain't doing
They
shit.
heard us.
You know what? It's a great idea next week, tag titles. You know what? Let's do it.
Yo, they heard us. I feel like
They heard
us.
everybody. I think this weekend they've been hearing everybody across the board trying to make changes. We saw on Friday with the SmackDown and Road Dogg and people, the thing we see on Twitter. Changes are coming to Raw, SmackDown, little bit here and there, but ain't nobody complaining now about what's going on. I thought Crown Jewel was a solid show, better than WrestlePalooza.
Oh my god, the last Raw and SmackDown's been better than WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, you just got to keep it. I think SmackDown is back in America this Friday, so we should be back at the regular time, 10 o'clock at night. Any final thoughts? Because I know you gotta run.
Yeah. You know what? I saw this just on Twitter. I was gonna wait till we end. What if Randy, possibly in the wrestling multiverse, what if Seth takes, swallows the pride, swallows the pride. Ain't nothing to pause about that. Swallows his pride and says, "Yo, let's rebuild the Shield for one night." And goes back with Roman.
You can't do that without Ambrose, though.
Against the Bronsons.
So you want Seth
and Roman
to tag with Roman, the guy he's been after for a very long time, to go up against his two former buddies in Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker.
It will be hilarious and it will be good storytelling. Like, look at you. You try to be me, but your people turned on you. It was like, well, we both experienced the same thing, but guess what? You hate them and you hate me. But right now we have a common denominator. These guys are getting on our nerves.
You know the meme? I forgot what show or movie it was, but the guy's in the bar and he says, "Yo, get the fuck out of here, man." So that's gonna be Roman to Seth. If that in your idea, yo, come on, Roman, me and you tagged him against Bronson, and the fuck out of here, man.
What type of champion would Rollins be?
He may not be champ by November 1st. I don't.
It's spooky out here, and it's October, baby.
I just want to know what's gonna happen if Punk wins. Like, what's the story? What's the that could derail my whole Royal Rumble pick.
They just threw a whole axe into our whole tournament.
That's why I'm saying this gives me 2.43% chance that this is just a bump in the road for division to a minor what do you call it? A minor setback for a major comeback. For this to be a bigger deal, you know, it's like family. We fight, we argue, we scrap, but you know what? After that, it's
some family.
It's a bigger bond. Yeah.
Some family.
It's a bigger bond.
If I'm Seth, I'm like, yo, I'm good.
And the thing is that's real quick is that Bronson never looked at Bron Breakker like, what the fuck you doing, bro? Like, yo, you with me? Or what's good? And Bronson's like, I bet I'm going after Seth. And then Paul never defended. Nobody defended Seth.
Well, remember what Paul said last week to Seth? He was like, you know, based off of this, Bronson and Breakker, will they really listen to you? Because now you lost to Cody. And for me, what does that say for me for being your oracle? Even if now looking back at it, that was just saying that, you know, you're saying all these things that you didn't do, but now you're with us. Now, all of a sudden, you have all this success. So what does that really say about you?
Mm-hmm.
Were you really this successful before us? Because Bronson, like I said, Bronson and Bron Breakker are going to say, you know, before we joined division, we had this. This is what we did. We took you out. I took out Jey Uso. I took out Sammy. I was the 2-time IC title. I took out Roman. I took out Jay. I took out you. And I didn't need nobody. And I was doing it by myself. You had to do all these accolades, everything, when you had somebody, when you were with someone, not when you were by yourself. But when you were with us, all these things that you said that you were to do happened, but not when you were by yourself. You did this when you were with division. So that goes to show you what type of champion and a real person you are.
Last point. On Punday, I am not watching WWE for some time. They always do this to Seth. Get him on top for a second and then get him down. My legit last point. What if, listen, we just saw Seth fake an injury at SummerSlam. What if this is all a ruse? They faked the breakup to get Punk off track, thinking that he can now have a legit one-on-one championship match with Seth and have a good chance of winning it without any outside interference. But lo and behold, Bron and Bronson Reed and Breakker help Seth to keep the title. What if smoke and mirrors? We're gonna make them think we broke up, but then when I defend my title against Punk, you guys come back to help me anyway.
That will be a big ruse. That will be a big oof, man.
Could happen. I don't think this is a legit breakup. I have benefit of the doubt. I'm holding hope that this is just a minor setback for a major comeback. Like, this is going to be bigger than, because why would Seth say, yo, 6 months from now, I got this, and then you just scrap everything now in one night? This is going to be bigger. I think this is going to be bigger than what it is.
Find out next on Dragon Ball Z.
I know you got to run. I appreciate you. Follow Kenny
sir.
Holt on social media platforms at Kawabunga_K_E_N. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter JCRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And most importantly, Go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download the rates, comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some love for support for your boys on the program. Shout out to the 155 plus who chimed in on Twitter.
Yes,
We really
sir.
appreciate you. We should be back Friday night following SmackDown. For myself, Rainy Cruz, Kenny Holt, we out.
Peace.
Yes, sir.